Hello guys, welcome to Ashley Landstock Show. As you can see, a lot of stuff is empty. We are moving this week. Update video will be up tomorrow, and some of the contents will be up to for this week and next week, just very little of it. We'll be back September 15th for regular content and everything else. Today we're going to talk about the mass shooting in Jacksonville, about the Madden tournament. This person lost won first game, lost second, lost the second game. Was there 2 days with the same clothes, and shot 13 people, 2 deaths, 11 injured. And people are going around about violent video games, guns, and control and stuff like that. I give condolences to person, people and their family, except for the shooter. Shooter is a piece of crap in my point of view, just because of a freaking game. I'm gonna give you a little bit of my backstory and a little bit more about everything, what I believe, what I think. I have over 5 years military, 5 years in the military. I've also been raised in Compton, K-Town, LA. Then I was in the Bay Area with my dad, by Saliangos, right next to Oakland and San Francisco. Reason why I say this is that I live into a very poor area, with a lot of crime, into a middle class, a little bit kind of middle class and poor area that was right next to Oakland at that time growing up. So I know gang related violence, guns, experience of people talk big but can't control their postures or think that this is their life and their life is or harming other people as well. I've been involved with a lot of drug experience with my friend that killed people for a piece of drug and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna get to about those kind of things. Do I believe this is caused by game violence? No. Do I believe it's a mental problem? Yes and no, in my point of view. Madden's football. A lot of people get very hype on football games. Other team opposed to one another. I've been to A's, Raiders, 49ers game, Angels, Dodgers, and I think I went to the Warriors game once. I don't personally like sports. I think it's dumb, but it's people's form of entertainment. Then people play on their game system. I never heavily enjoy actually playing the damn game or watching the game. If I want to play football or stuff, just go outside and throw a couple balls with my friends or family. That was my ideal about sports, but I never really enjoyed it. I only played reason why I played sports from middle school through college is to please my dad, and I stopped that for a long period of time, and I never cared about sports ever since. People have anger issues with a lot of other things. It could be a mental composure or a grudge. Sometimes people think they're badass, but they're really not. And sometimes to prove they're right, they try to show off, and when they fall on their ass and people make fun of them, instead of going up and brushing themselves up, and they think that is all their image is, and they start doing something very stupid. This is the third time in mass shooting. It's not really, I don't consider this as a mass shooting, but it could have led to it be a mass shooting. It's the third time Jacksonville had this within the past year. And they had a chance to change the laws around, and basically they denied the legislative laws pertaining around it. So hopefully third time is to try and for change the laws so no one else has to deal with this as well. But there will be always people with guns no matter what, in every corner and site, doing something very stupid they should not have done. I do not believe in thoughts and prayers. I used to be a youth pastor for a very long time. I think thoughts and prayers are useless, just to show their sympathy to other people. That's fine. My sympathy is people that got injured or got hurt or died and lost a loved one. And my point, that will be my sympathy. But other than that, it's one of those things that you're going to have to people have to deal with. You know, there will be violence in the world. It's not caused by video games or caused by, you know, other things, because sports that leads to a lot of violence as well. People get riled up, especially the World Soccer Cup. I remember back in the 2000, when I think I was still in high school or after high school. I don't remember that well. When Korea won second place against, I think it was Italy or France, I believe. I know we were in second place of that year. South Korea did. And after they won, the opposing team lost. There was a huge riot in K-Town, LA. I got two of my friends got run over by a car that had to get stitches and metal plates because the guy was running over the guys. My friends hit him and run over their heads with it. So yeah, you know, people get very violent over very stupid things because their team lost or someone else's team wins. You know, people lost money because people could, you know, gamble their money and they lost all their money, and they go on a rampage and they get pissed off. Coming from someone that just got in the military not too long ago, that has a lot of anger issues, I do seek health and everything else as well, but a lot of people do not. A lot of people don't because they think they can control a lot of the composure as well. We're human beings. We all make mistakes. We all make very stupid mistakes as well. It is one of those things that, you know, there's a lot of ways you can prevent it. Just don't give guns to people just because of their background. You do a mental check. They should take a class on how to use a gun properly, what it's used for. You know, we're in the military, we do that every freaking day. We actually study the books. We actually take the gun apart, clean it apart, shoot. What's consequences of law? A lot of people do know these consequences, and they'll still do it and commit murder. Just something very stupid and benign for it. So it is what it is. More is going to happen. You know, hopefully, you know, more. You know, we're having a lot more hard time doing gun control because one people think that, oh, you're just taking your guns away. It's like, no, we're not. We're just having harder people, for dumb people to get guns. That's why I believe it. You know, I have guns of my own. You know, but I'm not gonna go around and shoot people with it. You know, it's one of those things that you're gonna have to. People are gonna have to deal with be an ultimatum because everyone's gonna be sick and tired of it. Because everywhere you go, you know, like, you know, free gun zone doesn't do anything. There are guns you can 3D print now. I think they passed a law to ban people from downloading or buying or uploading blueprints for a ghost gun, for a plastic gun that can literally float up in your face. So that helps. But, you know, if you have, you know, very easy knowledge how mechanically that device work, you can build it with go to a few pipes, and I think it was someone made a single shot with some of the metal pipings from Home Depot. So there's a lot of ways you can go around it. We're never going to, you know, our goal is to live in a utopia where you know, everyone loves each other, but that's never going to happen because we're a human being and we're all a piece of crap. We can show love and composure. There's some, you know, a lot of few that will do the right thing. There's another few that would just want to see the world burn. Is their way or the freaking highway? That's how the society's basically has been over the years as well. You know, history will always repeat itself unless something happens, something, you know, harsh, big happens. But, you know, the politician's not really going to do it. You know, the people has to do it. So the people can literally just go in there and drag them out and reform everything, and they'll go back to what it was before. We've done it several times with the Revolutionary Wars. Our country throw leaders around, and, you know, it was good for several years. They went back to shit again. That's how. You know, if you brush up in history, you actually, you know, we'll see the corresponding in the patterns. It's just that instead of blaming on something that, you know, lacks gun laws, you know, I think Florida, reason why there was a lot of mass shootings in Florida, because there's one person doing a background check and she lost her password and she cannot get logged on. there's like a couple of thousands or 100,000s of people that got accepted, only a few thousand did not. So it's like, you know, why is one people doing background check for everyone else, especially she's in charge of the mailroom? Does that make any sense as well? So yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, we need to have people that basically need to do their job instead of brushing onto someone that's not supposed to be doing that's not supposed to be their job doing it. So it's gonna happen again. You know, that's the unfortunate part. It's gonna happen again. And then we're gonna blame it on something, you know, go blame it on what's on TV, what's on movie, what's on games, what's on a book, or blame it on another religion. You know, it's one of those things that, it's just mind blown. It's mind-boggling, mind-blown as well, and they blame race card into it and everything else. You know, every day I feel like I lost faith in humanity. Basically, you know, I lost faith in a lot of things. You know, sometimes I'll probably see a comment about how you know, how am I wrong, all this stuff, you know, oh Lordy God, this and that. I'm like, no, that does not work. That does not work in wars. Does not work in people that are literally fighting for resources. Basically, a lot of time we're in war because of resources. You know, we don't mine a lot of resources in America anymore due to the fact that if we do, we destroy the environment. But let's destroy some other countries' environment and take their resources. That's basically how it is in this world right now. Not fighting for your freedom, is you're fighting for your resources so that you can live a lax life. That's basically how it is. And all these new regulation stuff's coming up, there's been more tensions between countries now. And it is one of those things. I believe in bearer of rights, I believe in bearer of arms, but I believe on giving to someone that's responsible enough to actually hold a damn gun and use it for the right purposes. Self-defense, that's fine, you know, but don't, you know, it's one of those things. It's just that, why? What? I don't know what this person in his mind is. We don't have the full report why he did it and everything else as well. You know, probably that's just like his only meal ticket to, you know, to live a life for another couple of years. You know, you know, is something mentally wrong with him? We really don't know the full report about it yet. I just want to get this out there right now because I'm just sick of seeing, you know, people being dumb on Facebook, social media, and YouTube about, you know, oh, it's, you know, it's video games' fault. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. You know, sports, you know, people fucking bare fist killing each other for regular sports. I was at a bar before, and one person beat another person, another because they have team rivalries. It's dumb to me. Fighting, killing someone for no reason is dumb. You know, having lax laws about certain things that can end someone's life just like that out of nowhere. It's just sad. It's just sad to see how our country is becoming. Because if you look at other countries, they really don't have that much of a problem with these things. It's a lot harder for them to get a weapon for a good damn reason. You have to study up on it. You gotta take classes. You gotta take courses. You gotta make sure you go several therapy sessions. Make sure that, you know, you'll be able to handle a gun. You're not gonna do anything stupid with it. That's what I believe. Let me know what you guys think. Anyhow, we'll give us some more contents later on. I know Rich is going to be doing a video about this as well. I see a lot of people doing a video about this, but anyhow, take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you all later, guys. Bye.